Welcome along to this week's edition of The Lowdown with me, Rebecca Lowe. Robbie Earl, Tim Howard join me. The premise of this show, if you haven't seen it, is 5 questions. I haven't seen the questions, don't know what they are, but I get 30 seconds to answer each one. Normally it's questions I've asked these two during the day, but they just turn the tables on me. Tim Howard, I hear you have question number 1.
Can you imagine who this question is about?
Yes, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah.
I knew it!
Will he score more than 20 goals this season?
OK, we've had a little wager, I think. Not real wager, just jokey wager in the studio with some production crew and the producer who doesn't think that he'll score more than 16. Do I think he'll score more than 20? He knows, because I think he will score more than 20, yes. Absolutely more than 20. You look at his stats. If he scores 20, then that's like back when he was 18. He definitely scores more than 20. He scores more than 25 all competitions. He scores more than 20 Premier League goals. And he gets going, by the way, in his first game.
Yes, 20 in one game, I think. 2 days away from the closing of the transfer window. Are you surprised that Harry Kane is still at Tottenham?
I am surprised. Yeah, absolutely I'm surprised. He came out before the Euros at the beginning of the summer to Gary Neville on the golf course and said, you know, I think I'm worth £100 million and, you know, if they want to sell me, it's OK. I'll go.
And your favourite player to play with would have been?
Kevin De Bruyne, and that never happened. And I am really surprised. I'm surprised that Man City messed about, didn't come up with enough money. You know, they knew how much that they needed to pay. So just either pay it or don't pay it, but don't mess about. You know, he's made an error as well, signing a 6-year contract with no break clause. So the whole thing's a mess. And I am surprised because I thought he would have gotten out. And maybe if he'd had maybe a super agent, I think he would have gotten out. Third question.
We said the whole thing's a mess, and you're talking about a North London club. It's a mess in North London altogether.
Harsh segue.
Well, will Mikel Arteta be the Arsenal manager at the end of the season?
Absolutely not. I thought he was here at the end of next week. No, I don't think so. I just... Because he's been the manager for nearly 2 years. And I ask you all the time...
FA Cup, Community Shield?
No, Community Shield.
I'm trying.
FA Cup, yeah, but I think that was honeymoon period, even though it was 6 months later. I still think it was honeymoon period. It's not working, and they spent a ton of money, and it's still not working. And I don't get the feeling the players are with him. I don't think he's brilliant on camera to at least buy himself from time from the press. I think he's brilliant with the press. I would be staggered if he's still the manager of Arsenal by Christmas.
Wow.
2 days to go till the window closes. At this point, who's had the best summer transfer window?
At this point, Manchester United. I mean, Varane, hello, Rolls-Royce, Sancho, we need to just see some of the Rolls-Royce because we haven't seen any of that yet, but, you know, potential, he must be a really good player. I don't watch a lot of German football, and I didn't think he was that impressive at Euros. What did you want to follow up?
No, the only thing I was going to say is, and it has come out as always, is a few people are saying, well, is Ronaldo really going to make United better? His numbers are going down. He's this big guy. Is it all going to go...
20 goals.
I'm playing devil's advocate,
yeah, you
Lady
can play
Lowe.
devil's advocate as much as you want, Sir Rob. He is 100% making Manchester United better. I don't think they win the title, but he definitely makes them better as long as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer knows how to use him and as long as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer allows him to basically run the joint. Final question.
Final question. Been a few games now. You picked Chelsea to win the title. You sticking with that?
Oh, for sure I'm sticking with that. And you know it was a really good pick, Tim Howard, because Lukaku's hit the ground running immediately. The defence is brilliant. And we saw against Liverpool, they can play with 10 men for 45 minutes against the champions for a couple of years ago and still be excellent. There are players that still need to hit their stride. I don't think Mason Mount had a great summer. Don't think he's had a brilliant start to the season either. But there isn't a huge amount of weaknesses throughout that Chelsea team. So I am sticking with Chelsea to win the league. And my predictions, by the way, are not bad. I think I also predicted Chelsea to win the Champions League right here on the Lowdown and that England would reach the final of the Euros. That's why it's called the Lowdown. And you can watch the Lowdown and loads more on our YouTube channel, NBC Sports YouTube channel. Look at all the things we've got. The two Robbies also named their show after themselves. Premier League Tactics Session, Premier League Update, Inside the Mind. We've got Tim Howard and Paul Pogba on that right now. So log on to the NBC Sports YouTube channel and catch all of our original series. That was this week's edition of The Lowdown. Hi, Hi there, I'm Rebecca Lowe, studio host for NBC's coverage of the Premier League. Don't forget to hit subscribe to watch highlights all season long, and be sure to tune in for Premier League mornings every weekend at 7 a.m. Eastern. And for even more content, head over to Peacock, where we've got live games, original series and a dedicated round-the-clock Premier League channel featuring studio shows, classic matches and much more.